You hear reasons for disruption all the time, from trees falling on the line to signaling failures. One thing you might not have heard of is CSL2. But what does it stand for, and what does it mean for passengers? This is Train.io by Ryan O'Donnell, and this is an explainer on CSL2. In the event of something happening on the rail network that has potential to cause disruption to the normal advertised timetable, a train operating company can issue a CSL2 declaration, otherwise known as Customer Service Level 2. Our web app shows an icon next to a train operator, which shows their general service status. There are 4 different types of CSL2 that you need to know: holding, yellow, red and black, all of which have different meaning for the type of disruption that is to be expected. Let's start with explaining what a holding message is. When reports come in of disruption, it might take a little bit of time for an operator's control team to assess the impact of a disruption event. This is called a holding message. When a holding message gets issued, this does not necessarily mean that the operator will move into a yellow, red or black status, but this happens more often than not. If there is no impact to the advertised timetable and services, this holding message can be removed, therefore not activating a CSL2 status. Once an operator has assessed the impact of a disruption event, it may move into a yellow status, or sometimes known as code yellow. When an operator moves into yellow status, disruption is expected to be minimal and typically less than a 15-minute delay on most services with no cancellations. You can use a points failure at Biggleswade as an example. The points that are circled have failed and need to be clamped by the maintenance teams. Some trains passing through the area might be delayed by 10 minutes, as they'll need to all divert to the fast line marked in green, but could make up some time. If an operator moves into red status, or sometimes known as code red, this means that there is very likely due to be a large number of delays, cancellations or alterations based on the impact assessment of the disruption event. Trains are usually delayed by more than 30 minutes, cancellations are issued, and some services could be altered or diverted to other destinations. You can use a signaling failure as an example. Here's Newark Northgate Station. A signal at the end of the platform isn't working and must be passed at danger. This has an impact on not just one service, but many behind it. Service recovery can be possible, but not likely under these circumstances. Black status, or code black, is the most serious type of CSL2 declaration. If this is declared, there are no prospects of any service recovery to the advertised services and timetable, and an emergency timetable may be introduced. You can use damage to the electricity supply as an example for this. Here's a busy part of the Thameslink core, London St Pancras International. The overhead electric wires have come down on platform B, which affects all services through the core. Since trains that run through this line are electric only, services cannot run at all through this part of the network. Most of these services run through this part of the line, so it is not possible to run to an advertised timetable and may not be any route alternatives available. A message is then usually sent out with stating that an emergency timetable is in effect. Once the majority of a disruption event clears, CSL2 can be downgraded to a different status or withdrawn completely. This removes the operator from a CSL2 status list, and service recovery will continue. We hope that this explainer has helped you to understand what CSL2 means on the railway and how it can impact operations across the network. If you enjoyed this explainer video, please give it a thumbs up and share it with your interested friends or railway colleagues. For more information, you can view the Train.io web app. Thank you and happy travelling!